Their home floor at Eventfinda Stadium on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. Welcome along to what was a great game in the earlier game, and Chris Johnson and the Tuatara. CJ is back, and how important, Casey, is that for them?
He's huge. Early season favorite for the MVP. His effect on the game is tremendous. He controls the paint defensively. Offensively, he is a matchup nightmare. He can score from deep. He can score from in the post. When he gets it going, he is anyone's equal.
And Chris Johnson and the Tuatara will be looking to advance to the semi-finals. And the earlier game, the Nuggets got a big win over the Hawks, 91-80, even though it was a third seed by the sixth seed. The Hawks might have been the bookies' favorites going into that game. And the Nuggets made a joke of that. And here is how it will look now. The Giants will play the Nuggets, and the Airs, who stormed up the ladder, a lot like the Saints did. Probably the slow start by the Saints really affected where they ended up, but the Airs will be very mindful of facing both teams, because both teams are very good in different angles, and this is the game between these two teams very recently.
Yeah, and there was some superlative individual performances for both squads. And the return of Kirk Penny was certainly one for the record books. But in the end, the Saints are just such a powerful offensive team with the ability to score from everywhere on the court that the Tuatara could just not keep pace in the end.
And these two teams can put up points, that is for sure. Shooting it as well is pretty good. And Chris Johnson against Xavier Cooks might not be the matchup you'll see, but those two players are sensational.
Well, Xavier Cooks guarded Chris Johnson a lot in the last game just because out of necessity, he has the best chance to do it. It'll be a difficult task for both of them to control the other's activity, but what a sight to behold.
Certainly, this is the starting five. No Dante Russo-Nance. He is over at a Global Academy for the NBA in Australia, so Braden Iuli, Taki Farrenson, Silas Schneider on the perimeter, Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe have been tremendous for the Tuatara around the key. They are the starting five for you, and Aaron Young is the coach. He was with Casey a few minutes ago.
Well, Coach, here in the finals, you played this team just a week ago. What did you learn that you have to take away tonight to get the win from the Saints?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation, and one that, if you take advantage of it, it could be a huge advantage. And there's some adjustments that we've made, especially on the defensive end. We need to be a little bit more aggressive, especially with their shooters. We just have to have a better urgency overall.
And conversely, what lessons did you learn from yourself that you have to do a better, improved job of to take this victory tonight?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's all about learning and reflecting, especially on your losses. For me, I'm my own biggest critic, and I hold my team accountable in those different areas. For us, I think, for me personally, I think it's just being locked into what we do best and exploiting those, really big advantages. And I think we do that, we're in a good spot.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, the Saints, they are a team, well, I'll be honest, they're not everybody's cup of tea in the league, and they haven't been everybody's cup of tea for a long time, but they are so fun to watch. And this five, it looks funky. There is no true point guard, but that man controls everything just by his presence on the floor, Xavier Cooks. He is the league MVP.
He may not be a true point guard, but he is a true hooper, and their positional versatility is what makes them so difficult to guard. They've got mismatches everywhere over the court.
It is incredible to watch this team play when they are rolling, and they're rolling they have been. And since they made a coaching change, Troy McLean, former Saint himself, a Wellington born and bred player. And he is standing by with Casey, who was with him a few minutes ago as well.
Coach, looking at the Saints, what do you guys have to do tonight to play at your best?
Look, we just got to keep to our habits, make sure we keep to the scout, and continue what we do well.
Looking at the Tuatara, you beat them just a week ago, always tougher on the come around. What do you have to take away the most from them? What is the most important thing?
Chris Johnson, Rob Lowe, the Twin Towers. We've got to make sure we do a really good job against them, limiting their ability to catch where they want to catch. So big job for our bigs tonight, but I think we're up to it.
I appreciate the time. Good luck.
Yeah, it just wasn't the coaching change that they made. They also put their point guard, Mike Smith, on the bench. And then, as you can see, when Xavier Cooks turned up, you can just see how much he changed the way that they played because his statistical categories are out the gate.
Yeah, just phenomenal players. Chris Johnson, of course, missed that middle part of the season, but this is a guy who just really affects the game. As good as he is offensively, better defensively. He had a 7-block game this season. He is going to have to dig deep and find that kind of effort to give the Tuatara a chance against this powerful locomotive and offensive machine in the Saints. And then, of course, looking forward here to the officials, as we have Tim Brown, Darren Few, and Taylor Amundsen blowing the whistle, as our compatriot Hugh Bainan likes to say, the whistle puffers, which is one of my favorite comments.
Waiting for the game ball to be run out by Caden Rogers. And the Wellington Saints getting ready. There is Caden on the screen. A big moment for this young man. Just taking the moment to ask him what his name was. And I think he thought I might have put him on TV. He was freaked out a little bit. I was like, all right, you can talk to strangers, but I just need to know your name so we give you some love.
Okay, you cannot talk to strangers. Don't take that advice, kids. Do not talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
Even the ones you see on TV, possibly more so those ones.
Dane Samuel as well. He is a tremendous. They basically run, you could call Jordan Nata a 4. They basically run with 4 4s and a 5.
Jordan Nata has played point guard this year. He's played center. He has played every single position, and I don't think enough has been said about his contribution to this team's winning down the stretch. He has sacrificed a lot of his own game so others could find more comfort in the offense. And he's also been dealing with some nagging injuries, but he looks like he's ready to go now.
Saints in their blue.
And also Jordan Nata, soon to be a father, has been announced. So
congratulations, Jordan Nata.
Good luck playing in these ones. It's going to get a whole lot harder next season.
How good. And the Tuatara come out in their green as well.
Oh, I like it.
Really nice uniforms tonight. What a matchup.
That is pretty to the eye.
The winner plays the Airs, the #1 team on the ladder. And what a game this will be. I am excited. This is the first Saints game I've had the pleasure of calling. And the Tuatara have always been fun. That man on screen, Chris Johnson, just to get some highlights, the guy is a freak. He is all-time highlight reel in the Sal's NBL. He's like 37 years of age, and he has the ball on a string. Natai into Reggie Upshaw Jr. A nice addition for them, and he goes to work on the block.
Wow, that is a tough matchup for Brandon Yulee. If they're going to try and guard Upshaw with him, he is going straight to the post. Normally, three-point looks are what he gets early in the game, but not today. Straight to the grindhouse.
Chris Johnson high off the glass, tipped away by Xavier Cooks.
Man, he is such a cerebral player. Chris Johnson looked like that one was dropping, but Xavier Cooks always on the spot at the right time.
Cooks directing Dane, gives it back to Dane Samuel. Soft touch, can't drop. Here comes Yulee. Gives it up to Silas Schneider. Rob low for 3. Can't get that to go down. Natai with the ball.
Good look. I like that the Tuatara aren't afraid of letting the ball fly a little bit. They're going to have to score with the Saints to get this win.
Reggie Upshaw Jr. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Now he's going to go at Yulee. Reggie Upshaw Jr. to move on for the long two.
Man, he is a skilled player. We haven't seen the best of his game just because he hasn't been required to do it.
Rob Lowe with a tough catch. Upshaw Jr. tried to break it up. He's going to back down Dane Samuel. Keeps his feet on the floor. Tucky Farrenson, the tall black. 5 to shoot for Tucky. Farrenson puts it under his wing and goes up and lays it in for an and one.
No, I think this is one of the areas of weakness for the Saints when they don't have perimeter players out there. As good as this lineup is, they're not true defenders of the perimeter, and Tucky Farrenson sees that opportunity, takes Dane Samuel off the dribble, straight line drive right to the cup. That is the kind of north-south attacks that the Tuatara have to find in spades in order to keep pace with this Saints offense.
And Tucky Farrenson, an 82% foul shooter, is good on the line, but he wasn't good on the line on that one. Xavier Cooks, Chris Johnson, and He altered the shot, that is for sure. Here comes Farrington again. And Farrington with a quick bucket going the other way.
Loving the counterattack of the Tuatara early. A lot of teams play against the Saints team and are afraid to run with them. But the Tuatara, with their horses out there, they feel they've got the ability to keep pace.
Upshur Jr. Backing down Uli. Fall away. Chris Johnson just sucked that rebound down.
I like the post up, but I'd rather see Upshaw Jr. go to the cup instead of go to that fadeaway, letting Uli off the hook. Barronson,
a little strong. Xavier Cooks with the board. Nautai up and running. Jdanovic was leading the break, but here's Darnay Samuel. Left it short. Jdanovic banging his way through. From Tuatara was rather a husky last season.
It's true. The Huskies.
They were the Huskies, now they're the Tuatara.
I think it was a defunct franchise that I'm not sure exactly.
They were in Tasmania.
Justin tried to explain it to me, but to be honest, I kind of just glazed over and Justin also told me about it. I don't really care what team was what. I'll just care about the guys who are playing now.
Barrington on the other corner. And off the side of the backboard. Just trying to dial in his range there, unfortunately.
Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson, there he is. Uh-oh, look out. Sider Schneider, what a look from the center.
Chris Johnson is just so skilled. It is a pleasure to have him playing in this part of the world. The behind the back pass after the steal at mid-court. Not a lot of 6'11" guys you see do that.
Jdanovic, and it's Darnay Samuel and Tucky Farrington banging in the key.
Bucky Farrington comes off the worst for wear and gets the fouls. We see the Johnson steal just staying in the ball. And the beautiful behind the back pass delivered on a platter for the Schneider finish, and really liking the look of Siler Schneider. He got off to a slow start upon his Tuatara arrival, but he has become integral to their offensive hopes.
Xavier Cooks, 3 Tuatara to meet his drive. Mike Smith's in the game for Darnay Samuel. Jdanovic was trying to pass it to Cooks, who thought he was going to shoot it.
Come on, Tom Jdanovic. Everybody knows you want to shoot that one.
Everyone knew. Oh, Jordan Nautai, that counts, unfortunately.
Yeah, that went off the glass first as Tucky Farrington off to a blinding start. 6 points on 3 of 5 from the field. And look at the activity they're finding in transition. They are just counterpunching to the Saints' strengths, possession after possession.
That double on Mike Smith. Jdanovic, there's the shot. Chris Johnson, another rebound. That's his third. Auckland Jr. breaks that up. There's one thing the Tuatara have, and that is the length of low in Johnson. And they are able to pass over the top of a shorter Saints team, as Upshur Jr. will make the Saints even shorter out there, because he's going to take a set, and Kenneth Puffin is into the game.
Interesting, they're countering their speed in the transition game with some speed of their own, but they will be giving up a lot on the offensive glass.
Schneider kicking it out, gets it back. Johnson up high. Xavier Cooks closeout was really good. Oh, that's a good rebound from Xavier Uli, and then it's another bucket for the Tuatara. It's 10-4.
Beautiful little pocket pass, but the Saints coming back at you.
Oh, Xavier Cooks got the out of a seat. Throws it down on Chris Johnson.
My goodness, Xavier Cooks going up to 15, dropping CJ off at 12.
Mike Smith looking for Cooks on his right. Pull up 3.
Well, a quick shot in transition. The Saints might want to show a little bit more patience in the half court.
Mike Smith tracks that down.
You know, I didn't gamble on this game, but what was the over? Because this is looking like some shots coming up as Tom Jdanovic nails Siler Schneider and gets pinged for the offensive foul.
Here's the dunk.
Look at this.
Here is the dunk.
Oh, my. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Keith said that, and he was talking about that play.
My goodness. Xavier Cooks. Chris Johnson has done that to people pretty much all his professional basketball career. He knows what it's like.
Did it to the Saints a couple times last week.
Certainly did. Oh, McIntosh sniping it from the corner.
He's a heck of a shooter. Doesn't get a ton of game time, but that is his skill set. You gotta know where he is.
Cooks left it behind.
That's a foul, I think.
He is all over Nick Barrow.
Yeah, he got that hand over the top. of Nick Barrow, as he's saying that might have been a kick, and here we see the drive through, and yeah, he's probably right, that did go off. Had a chance for the ball here, but the strength of Nick Barrow comes through. Xavier Cooks goes over the top and gets pinged for the foul. As this Auckland Tuatara with an early lead, looking great offensively, and the Saints looking slightly concerned.
Yep, and this 13-7 scoreline, just over 5 to go in this first quarter. This is very, 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 very interesting, because the Saints have been an offensive force in that second half of the season, and the Auckland Tuatara have slid a little, only because Chris Johnson left to go and play on the big three.
All right? Different types of action, like sumos, right? Ghosts, get off quick. If we pop, we've got to get the cut the pop there. Elbow, there ball. Yes, yes. All right, make sure Barrow's in there. Whoever's guarding Barrow, you go to 5. All right, reaching your end. Here we go. Pick it up. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reggie Upshaw Jr. will be back. Troy McLean is making sure that he needs to know where Nick Barrow is so they can make necessary adjustments.
Well, what is impressive by the Tuatara right now is the 4 forced turnovers halfway through the first quarter. The Saints, not normally careless with the basketball, but they are showing a lot of attention on drives to see how many players are sagging when Xavier Cooks has that look in his eyes.
Got some intel. I believe Nick Barrow, who had the ball, gives it back to Chris McIntosh. The shift with the police starts at 10.
Is he going to have to come out of the
I think so. I think he may have to leave at the start of the
What a
quarter
champ.
just to make the start of the shift.
What a champ.
Nick Barrow, one of the great personalities in the NZNBL. Tucky Farrington misses that.
Now, Silas Schneider, he is really having an impact on the game right now.
Aronson for 3. This is again. Rebound by Ngatai. Comes Mike Smith, pushing it. Felt the contact, no whistle coming.
Yeah, welcome to the finals once again. The same whistle you were getting in the regular season isn't forthcoming.
Long arms of Chris Johnson. That is quite the mismatch there. Rob Lowe and the Ewley ready to check back in. Schneider. And it's Xavier Cooks in the middle, and it'll stay with the Saints.
Chris Johnson is extremely active defensively. He'll take a break, and outside of the Tucky Farrington scoring barrage, 6 points for him, this is a balanced offense where everybody's getting opportunities. Chris Johnson, Rob Lowe have not really gotten themselves involved yet. 5 assists for the Auckland Tuatara on 6 baskets up to this point.
Jordan Ngatai stepping through everybody. Reggie Upshaw Jr. misses that.
Another game where the contact was kind of tough, and Lake thankfully sees that screen from Nick Barrow, otherwise it would have been painful.
3 for 11 are the Saints. 6 for 16 the Tuatara, make it 7 for 17.
Rob Lowe's second bucket of the game, 2 for 3, and he's finding a little bit of activity, but he grabs his back on the way back.
Mike Smith muscles his way for a layup.
And you see how much easier it is to score when Chris Johnson's not in the low post, patrolling the paint, especially when Rob Lowe gets pulled out a little further.
Schneider dropping it off for Ewley. Broken up, McIntosh driving. McIntosh into Mike Smith, and that is an offensive foul.
Great job by Mike Smith to slide over and put himself in the way of Chris McIntosh. Good call there.
2 floor spacing bigs and Vidanovic and Darnay Samuel into the game. Ngatai and Xavier Cooks take a seat. 3:07 to go in this first quarter. Toughen. Look at the Tuatara defense. Really good on the perimeter. Samuel, though, using his size and just pushes off Rob Lowe and finishes.
Strong move straight through the chest of Rob Lowe, using his quickness and ball handling, and then the strength to finish.
Broken up, good turnover. Here comes Mike Smith pushing it. Gives it up to Upshaw Jr. and a nice fast break. Timeout. Aaron Young and the Tuatara.
Good timeout there by Coach Aaron Young. sees things getting a little bit out of hand. It happens quickly when Chris Johnson goes to the bench, and look at the speed of the transition attack. The switch from defense to offense happened so quickly. The Tuatara just could not recover in the transition game. And Reggie Upshaw Jr. off to a great start for the Saint squad. 6 points for him. He had an early 11 a week ago.
That last turnover, unfortunate, but that's a layup if he catches it, right? Still be in attack mode, but we got to be cutting off the ball against them. Defensively, stay in man. Be ready for a 2 on my call. Be ready for a 2 on my call. I want to swing 4 again. Swing 4, go set, look for the high-low with you, CJ. Let's go. Hey, now let's go. Go back. 18, 1, 2, 3. 18.
Good crowd in to watch the Tuatara. On the away bench usually.
That can be a change. But also for the Tuatara, the last time they played this team on their own bench, they got the L, so nothing like switching things up, keeping it spicy as we see Chris Johnson's stats through the season. He did miss a few games in the middle, but because the Tuatara were able to secure their postseason berth without him, he was able to make the return trip.
They were blowing teams out as well. Their margin of victory for the season is 8.28. But they were up to about 10 at one point. They look really good. Dante Russo-Nance, that was a bit of a loss for them. He is a 17-year-old phenom as Tucky Farrington finally hits a shot from deep.
Well, he's had some good looks, and he is a real streaky shooter, so seeing that one won't go down, we'll see another couple go up.
Go, Richie. Back to him, Richie.
Vodanovic pulls the trigger quickly, and Tom Vodanovic is fouled by his Breakers teammate.
Yeah, no argument from Rob Lowe on that one. As he lets that one fly with a bit of a quicker trigger.
Tom Vodanovic, an absolute bull. Good season with the Sydney Kings, NBL champs. On his Xavier Cooks.
On his way back to the Breakers, to New Zealand. And it's just a testament to the work ethic, how he's developed his game. He went to the United States college system, went to Valparaiso University, and he was a 5. He wasn't shooting the basketball, but he has developed himself into a multi-positional defender, a guy who can shoot the basketball, put it on the floor as well. And just a credit to any team he's on with his work rate.
Oh, what a pass. Foul call, but Chris Johnson getting the angle, and Tucky Farrington throws it down, but none of it counts.
Chris
just
Johnson
a foul call.
Is just so talented. He can do so many things on the basketball court as we get Xavier Cooks and Jordan Atai checking back in the ball game.
The Saints team, off the top of my head, Casey, 12 of the 40 titles they have won. This is the 41st season of the Sales NBL.
That's pretty good.
They are phenomenal. As Chris Johnson knocks down that turnaround, there's no one up there to challenge that shot.
Yeah, when he gets that catch inside 15, the pull-off as Jordan Atai just loses the basketball.
Schneider gets the hustle on that one.
Chris Johnson, that's just about an automatic bucket when he's inside 17 and rises like that. A really soft touch, and he is just undeterred by the majority of defenders who are trying to challenge that look.
Number 2 all-time in Louisiana State University history in blocks, second only to Shaquille O'Neal.
Not heard of that guy. He's not bad.
He was pretty good.
Okay.
He was a center. He played in the NBA.
I met Shaquille O'Neal once. His fist was bigger than my head.
You have a big head, man. Like, your head is big. Do you have a huge pillow for it?
No, I do. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep on it.
Oh, wow. Rob Lowe knocks down that 3.
Rob Lowe showing the range from deep. And the Tuatara are executing really, really well. 10 for 20 from the field, 3 from out from deep, and really forcing turnovers. Chris Johnson again.
Schneider upstairs. Oh, Tucky Farrington with the highlight.
Tucky Farrington taking him upstairs. Beautiful feed from Siler Schneider. And this Tuatara team is playing with a lot of freedom, a lot of confidence, and most importantly, forcing turnovers to get easy looks like that. Beautiful finish after a beautiful pass.
They are up 11, which is 11 feet, where Tucky Farrington caught the ball and knocks it down.
And they are fired up with good reason. The Saints have not been in this position for a while.
All right, take care of the ball. All right, on the defensive end, we need to be a little bit more attached on our 22s to CJ, all right? So the big has to be up a little bit, guards pinching a little bit more, all right? With Rob, body on closeout, get that hand, all right? We're a bit lazy with our D, all right? Here we go.
So, if we run into a side or anything like that again, let's try to get a strong pursuit. Rob's on me, CJ's on the ball. Yeah, you got to touch him.
Yeah, here we go. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
What can the Saints come back with?
Well, they're not playing poorly, but the packed defense of this Tuatara squad is making driving angles difficult. They haven't yet found their form from deep. They're 0 for 4, but it's the 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter that's out of sorts for them. They have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. If they could force a few turnovers of their own, that would be in good stead. But the 3 offensive rebounds for the Tuatara are also doing its part to deter the transition game of the Saints, which is as deadly as any.
Here comes Xavier Cooks. Bogdanovic, Nartai telling Cooks where to go, telling him to get on the post. Xavier Cooks, that's why that works.
Well, this is where the Saints really get you. If things aren't going smoothly offensively, you can just always go to the mismatch game, and they have a lot to choose from. But if I've got Xavier Cooks with that size advantage, I like it. Go straight to him in the post. Great call by Coach Troy McLean.
Schneider trying to go high off the glass, and goes down on the floor. And here comes Darnay Samuel. Options to his right. Nartai second guessed his 3-point opportunity. Darnay Samuel sets the screen. Reggie Upshaw Jr. gives it back to Nartai. Shot clock is off. Nartai spinning. Right hand is off hand and he's fouled.
Well, I like the drive. You probably want to take the last shot of the quarter, though. You're down 9. If you can find a way to just slow that down a bit. Jordan Nartai felt the advantage. I don't know if he was aware of the shot clock being turned off at that point. After these attempts from the Razine, the Tuatara will get one more chance with 10 seconds to go to stretch that lead just a wee bit further.
Nartai, it's in the first, an 85% excuse me, Razine foul line shooter. Makes the second. 8-point Tuatara lead. 5 on the clock to go in the first quarter. Iuli, floater, left it short. Schneider, no dice, and that's us for 10 minutes of basketball. And it has been the Tuatara in control from the get-go. They lead by 8. We'll be back with the second quarter. 25-17, the Tuatara, they lead the Wellington Saints in an up and down game. Tuatara have come out the gate and just slapped the Saints around a little bit.
They're making things really difficult defensively. They forced a few turnovers, but overall, it's just been an impressive effort.
Aaron Young, yeah, an impressive first quarter. How happy are you with it, and what do you want to see more of in the second?
Not that happy, to be honest. It's one quarter. We know the firepower this team has, so we just got to, keep things consistent.
Can you share a little bit about your strategy when Xavier Cooks has the ball in hand driving? It looks like you're packing from all angles and just want him to force out the perimeter shooters and close out late.
Yeah, it's all about help positioning, just making him see bodies and also being active. I think we've done a good job of that, but we've got to keep it consistent.
Aaron Young, love your work. Thank you for your time. Always appreciate it. Rob Lowe knocks down a three for Coach.
Aaron Young not that happy. I mean, coaches, man, it's just a miserable profession, but maybe he's got a little smile after that jumper from Rob Lowe.
Vidanovic gave him the up fake. Rob Lowe sticks with him. Dane Samuel. The long arms of Chris Johnson are all over him, and Dane Samuel left that short. Sada Schneider looking to push.
Just the length of Johnson makes that an impossible finish.
Schneider with a pull-up.
Wow, look at the elevation. Cleared that space. The defender was worried about the drive, but the pull-up was impressive.
5 quick points. It's Dane Samuel with the English.
I think Xavier Cooks might get the credit for that on the tip. It would have gone anyway, I think, but now a little bit of attack on the glass from the Saints. Need to keep on the pressure on the rim.
And a tough angle for Chris Johnson to find the back door of Schneider, but nice look nonetheless. He's tried that before in the first quarter. Mike Smith in the game, and here is Dane. He probably got the roll.
Oof. Look at Xavier Cooks, man. He's just such a great feel for the game. And I was always a point stealer, so I appreciate it.
Upshaw Jr. gets the drive on Chris Johnson and gets the foul called on the long arm Tuatara player as well.
Well, really clever work of the body. As you see the drive here, he drives back into Chris Johnson to take away his shot blocking ability. And you see the arm on his arm. That's where the foul called. Really good job as a scorer. When you've got somebody who's as proficient a shot blocker as Chris Johnson, you have to get into the body. You can't let him explode and extend. And Reggie Upshaw Jr. does it there.
Reggie Upshaw Jr., American, who's been around the globe playing in strong leagues. And 27-year-old found himself with the call up to the Saints.
Watch this slip out! Donnie!
20-30. Tuatara with his 10-point lead. Braden Niuli, Taki Farrington, the youngsters getting the start. Dante Russo-Nance, the 17-year-old guard in Australia, playing at the NBA Global Academy. Rob Lowe, he travelled. He took about 4 or 5 steps. He shuffled them as well, and he's still got things to say.
That looks like one where you know you traveled, but you say, hey, maybe call it on them down there. And so I may be wrong, but they're wrong too, so help a brother out. But I really like the rotations of the Saints on that play. They have to continue that kind of washing machine spinning around defense. Xavier Cooks in the post again is there. Can't find him, though.
Up against Taki Farrington. You want to find him on that one. Here comes Mike Smith. Can he get cooking? He can't. Chris Johnson with the rebound. And then he's thrown it away again, Chris Johnson.
Just the unforced errors are not what Coach Aaron Young is looking for. But I think he'll leave Chris Johnson out there. I don't think he's going to have a quick hook on the big fella.
He's definitely not sitting him down and yelling at him.
No, he is not.
Natai is harassed, and it's Rob Lowe called for the foul.
Rob Lowe a little disappointed in that call as he picks up foul number 2. And he might have to go to the bench for a while as Nick Barrow comes in, looking to get all his work done early because
he has to turn up to the station. The shift starts at 10, apparently. Nick Barrow, NBL champion 2012.
I got to say, for his partner, I just hope he gets a shower.
There it is, Xavier Cooks on Taki Farrington. He's done a pretty good job. Xavier Cooks.
Chris Johnson just sitting there playing center field, trying to affect it as we see another turnover from Johnson.
Mike Smith was there.
Xavier Cooks forced that one, though.
Yeah, here he is. Smith looking for Xavier Cooks. feeling it for three.
He doesn't shoot a lot of them. He does shoot over 40%, but he is just so much more efficient with the drive, so that's what he looks for.
Get out, CJ, get out.
Berenson let it go. Reggie Upshaw Jr. gets smashed by Chris Johnson, who has a word to him. And it's foul number 2 on Chris Johnson.
Well, that's Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson. Going to both be sitting with 2 fouls now.
Well, see, Reggie Upshaw Jr. pushed him. And then Chris Johnson puts an elbow into his back. And then there's words from Chris Johnson. Oh, this is fun. This is basketball. I feel like Casey Frank's out there.
It's not really a game until there's a bit of animosity. And we've got a little bit of that brewing. The Tuatara, I think they were slightly embarrassed about the way things went a week ago on their home court in front of a packed house. The crowd hasn't returned to the same level, but the passion has.
Cooks.
Oh.
And that's foul number 3 on Chris Johnson.
It looked a bit anticipatory on the contact. There certainly was some in the air. Chris Johnson arguing that he was straight up and down.
Yeah, Rob Lowe's come to get the ball because he didn't want him to get a technical foul.
And look at the spin move, goes up, and Chris Johnson not straight up and down. That is a foul. He tried to keep it, but Xavier Cooks does a really nice job of pulling that ball back, forcing Johnson to extend to try and contest that shot.
So quite the start to this second quarter with a 3rd foul on Chris Johnson.
Xavier Cooks up to 9 points on 4 for 6 from the field.
Got a triple-double yet? I feel like he's a constant triple-double watch.
4 rebounds. He's a double-double. Doesn't have the 3rd counting stat to get there just yet.
Low. Stepping through and foul.
Really passed it off, though, so that's going to be ball on the baseline as Donnie Samuel picks up the foul, and that will be his 2nd. Yeah, you see that just on the arm there, and Rob Lowe didn't have any other options, but because he drops it off, ball on the baseline.
Schneider strikes that 3.
Impressive shot by Siler Schneider. 7 points for him, and he's got a little bit of a triple-double watch with 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
Donnie Samuel with the sweetest stroke in the league.
I think the ball's gonna, I don't know if the shot's gonna count. Yeah, the shot does count.
Counts, but it's going to be a foul call on
Kenneth Tuffin.
Kenneth Tuffin with the push on Schneider.
So
just keep an eye on the key here.
See, there's the shot by Schneider as he lets it fly, and here on the other end, ball's in the air, and there's the shove.
Yeah.
I mean, more than a shove, maybe a little bit of an acting job. I will say, when I acted that well, referee Tim Brown never gave me the benefit of the doubt. He must like Siler a little bit better.
He seems like a likable guy.
Very much so.
Iuli left that one short. Lead is just 6 for the Tuatara. Here comes Xavier Cooks with a finger roll. Timeout, Aaron Young. His star big man on the bench, and the Saints team is eating into his lead.
Yeah, losing Chris Johnson, and suddenly Xavier Cooks just doesn't have a shining light that can equal him on the opposition. He is just tremendous in transition. I mean, Nick Barrow's in the right place, but the shiftiness and athleticism of Cooks is able to find a way to finish at any angle. And just like that, the lead is down to 4.
All right, watch the early rub screen and the slip out when they go to the mash action. All right, good help on that. All right, get right across. They slip out. Yeah, quick shows with Rob. All right, Dane, hey, do the work early on the post. He just ducked in on you, right? Try and start the fight a little earlier. Right?
I'm going to retard. I'm going to be here the whole time. I'll be right there to help you.
No one's spacing. No one's spacing. Here we go, fellas. Defense here. Defense.
The Saints team have their tails up. They smell a little bit of blood in the water, just with Chris Johnson on the bench with 3 fouls.
That is a very solid hat.
That is a great bucket hat.
Extremely solid.
It's a Tuatara.
Oh, I hope he knows the Tuatara is on his head. Has the
Oh, he's got a
arm as
broken
well.
arm. No. Poor buddy.
Oh, I do want to know what the reusability of that hat is. Is that like when you're, where else are you wearing that one to? The games only?
It's a great question.
Maybe the zoo? Watch out for birds at the beach, though.
Barrington, oh, Xavier Cooks ended his layup aspirations.
Watch out.
Oh, what's he doing? He's out the gate.
Getting hammered, not getting the whistle.
He just had to flip it up, felt like he was going to get the call. Silas Schneider settles it all down with a bucket off the glass.
Right, his efficiency has been brilliant for the Tuatara. 9 points on 4 for 8 shooting. The 4 assists, the 4 rebounds as well.
Good. Movement, back screen, be good.
Reggie Upshaw Jr. Xavier Cooks with a weak side follow.
He is a highlight machine everywhere on the court, a do-it-all player that no one is the equal of in this competition.
As advertised, Barrington with a baseline J.
Wow, Barrington has been great. I love his confidence. He is stepping up to the challenge. His aggressiveness has really been valued by the Tuatara up to this point.
Here's Mike Smith back to Reggie Upshaw Jr. Quick move by Xavier Cooks. The floater, the runner, the roll.
The beautifully soft touch on display. 16 points on 7 for 9 from the field.
Barrington. Upshaw Jr. with the board. When Xavier Cooks does things, the Saints bench barely moves. It's like they've seen it for months.
They definitely have. Whatever we're seeing in games, and my guess is the practices are probably as impressive.
Rob Lowe with a great turnover. Comes Nick Barrow ducking it into Lowe. And then Rob Lowe, just the height, the length. It's good basketball from the Tuatara.
Yeah, nice recognition from Nick Barrow on the high-low. Excellent post position and a patient finish for Lowe.
Rebound.
Too strong.
With Chris Johnson out of the game, the Saints have to be a bit more patient offensively. They can work the wall around the perimeter and find driving lanes.
Good defense from Kenneth Tuffin.
And it's Jordan Atai with the hand out of the corner that really made that difficult. Good job to do it without fouling. Oh, and then Xavier Cooks has a post opportunity against Tucky Barrington.
Mike Smith dancing on the three-point line, left it short. Here comes Tucky Farrington. Rob Lowe for 3. Nick Barrow with the rebound and in. And Troy McLean and the Saints call timeout.
Yeah, Xavier Cooks is blowed out there. He needs a bit of a break, and I think some of his teammates as well. The 4-on-1 fast break and just one Saints player on the glass. Nick Barrow takes advantage for the putback, and they have been the equal of this push by the Wellington Saints. Still up 8 points. They've done a really nice job of taking a couple of haymakers and bouncing back.
And that's because we're working harder than them, but we're being more disciplined than them as well. Robbie, if you're on an island like that, just fucking trust you. We trust you out there. Just stay one-on-one. Force them in contest, but we gotta finish those plays. All right, no second chance points. Offensively, can we run a 6-1 for Robbie here? Robbie set that first one. Nick, you set that second one. Get the ball to Nick. You make a great pass. Make another great pass here. Silo, that's you coming off it. We got Chris and Tucky in the corners. All right. Hey, see what they're doing on this last screen. Change your pace. Try and beat them. Yeah. Look to turn the corner first. You always got Nick last. Defensively, keep building those walls. Talk on your coverages. Here we go. 18 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 18.
And Tuatara, and there's Hugh Bainan, Sal's NBL general manager, with an absolutely illegal mustache that hopefully Nick Barrow will arrest him for.
He must have spent a lot of time on the road this season, because his wife Mandy, I don't think appreciates that little lipworm.
He's done a great job this season, a former colleague at Sky, who runs the league. Tough Tuffin for three. That's good. Straight out of the timeout, Casey.
Big shot by Kenneth Tuffin. No hesitation on letting that one fly. The Saints just 2 for 8 from deep so far.
Here's Farrington the other way. Tuffin again with a good defense, but even better offense.
Farrington has been fantastic. His drives to the paint rewarded again. 15 points for him. I just love to see players' confidence grow on their return from Tall Blacks duty.
Bogdanovic. Left that short. Baronson's pushing it. He gets it back. No,
He's feeling it. He wants the ball.
He does. He's walking for it. Travel. Rob Lowe is like, what?
A little bit of a shifty foot. Let's see how much it moves here. He's got that pivot foot. Catches the ball. Oh, yeah, just kind of stepped out of the way and was expecting that contact from Smith. One that you might be able to get away with occasionally.
Here's Nartai. Bogdanovic spinning. Nice move, but Barrow and Lowe shut that down.
Really good recovery from Lowe. Sorry about that, Moles.
You're all good. Silas Schneider now. Taki Farrington, there it is. That's the shot he wants. And it's Tuffin's rebound.
Big rebound with Nick Barrow on his back for the guard.
Good position from Upshur Jr. Good finish as well.
They've done a really nice job of finding mismatches. They probably could take more advantage of it, but when it's there, they attack it immediately.
Barrow
He loves
shoots
that shot.
it. That's Nick Barrow's shot right there.
He loves that shot. The 15 and in on the baseline in particular, that is one of his favorites. And he makes the Saints pay for leaving him there open.
And that is going the other way. Kenneth Tuffin trying to make his way through, force the issue. And that is number 2 on him.
He's a physical player, he's an aggressive player, but you see him come through and just drop that shoulder in the McIntosh. And I mean, probably one that you can let go, Chris McIntosh, making it difficult for an offensive player to cut, but he was set before Kenneth Tuffin got there, so that's why the whistle was blown.
Tuffin sits Cooks back in the game. Braden Iuli in the game as well. Good position from Rob Lowe. Big rebound from Xavier Cooks. He's had his rest. He's looking to push. Tuatara meet him though.
16 points and 8 rebounds for Cooks.
Reggie Upshur Jr. going to work on the guard, Schneider. Still plenty of time. 9 on the shot clock. Cooks that going at Barrow. And it's over Rob Lowe as well, and Xavier Cooks a little strong on that.
4 players within touching distance of Xavier Cooks on that drive. They are surrounding him.
Schneider. Rob Lowe for 3. Nothing but net for Rob Lowe. Lead is 10. Ball stays with the Saints.
A 10-point lead. Inconceivable coming into this game. Not what anybody except the Tuatara thought would happen.
Bogdanovic for 3. In and out. Rob Lowe running. Brady Early just turns it over.
He wanted to go deep to Low, but he thought better of it.
Poked away though.
Great hand in response.
Schneider. Just walking it up now. 15 on the shot clock. Differential of around 7 though. Six to shoot. Low. Going left, backs it off the glass with the right.
Bank is open, a difficult shot. He has been on fire, 17 for him.
Reggie Upshur Jr. to end the half. And the Saints in a hole. The Tuatara cracked 50. 50 to 38. It's a 12-point lead for what is technically the home team. And yeah, just waiting for a walk-off interview. It's going to be Rob Lowe with Casey Frank. Rob is there right now. Case.
Well, Rob, a great first half plan. It's all come to fruition. Why are you guys finding so much success defensively?
It just comes down to who wants it more. You know, it's finals time now, and it's win or go home. So we're just coming out and putting it all on line.
What can you guys do to withstand the effect of what's sure to be a second half of resurgence effort from the Saints?
Yeah, you know, basketball's a game of runs, so we got to weather that storm and you know, react accordingly. You know, we got to stay solid, don't react to the refs' calls, and do our game.
Thanks for the time, Rob. I'll see you in the second half. And Xavier Cooks, I mean, you've seen a lot of bodies on the drives in there. Are you going to continue to drive to the hole, or are you going to look for your teammates on the perimeter?
I mean, I probably should look for my teammates on the perimeter. You're right, but that's our game plan. Collapse the defense. We know Chris Johnson's going to come across and hit the shooter. So that's our game plan. I need to do a better job passing the ball, but they're just killing us on the little things right now. Diving on loose balls, offensive rebounds, the little things are hurting us.
On the defensive end, you guys have given up 50 points. What do you have to do on that side to slow things down?
Just play harder. We're BSing out there. We're not putting our body on the line. We're not boxing out, like I said. We're not making their shots difficult. They're getting wide open layups and transitions, stuff like that. Like, that kills teams.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half.
Always appreciate the interviews from the players and the coaches during the game. It is a 12-point lead to the Tuatara over the Wellington Saints, 50-38. We'll be back after the break with the Sky Broadband halftime wrap. The Wellington Saints, arguably the hottest team in the league along with the Taranaki Airs. Welcome back to the Sky Sport halftime wrap brought to you by Sky Broadband. And the Saints in a bit of a hole, Casey, just 38 points. Meanwhile, the Tuatara came out and just smacked them up. 50 points they put on the Saints.
Yeah, impressive offensive performance, shooting 51% from the field, grabbing 24 rebounds, but it's the 18 assists on 22 buckets for the Tuatara that just shows how clinical they have been with their execution. So impressive.
Hit me with that stat again. 18 assists.
18 assists on 22 buckets. They are making the extra pass each and every time, looking for their teammates and forcing this Saints defense to rotate. One guy that hasn't been in a lot of rotations is Xavier Cooks, one of the highlights of the season on that one. 16 points, 8 rebounds. He is finding a way to score despite being surrounded by Tuatara Tito on occasion after occasion. If he is unable to find a way to get this ball to the teammates, what he's really doing is when he's going for the score, the defense is dropping, but the Tuatara, with their ability to get out of that and rotate off of it when he passes, has been so impressive. On the other end, Rob Lowe shooting the basketball, 17 points. Look at the percentages, 70 from the floor, 60 from deep, and he is going into the full skill set, showing every little bit of offensive talent he has from deep, from the corners, off the dribble. He is doing it all and leading from the front when they need him most, with Chris Johnson just 2 points at halftime.
Here are the stats. I'll be honest, Casey, you and I have had the privilege of calling Rob Lowe for most of his professional career in New Zealand and Australia. This is the most aggressive we've seen Rob Lowe be in a long time in half of basketball. Those are your stats. What stands out for you just quickly?
Well, it's the lack of free throws for the Tuatara to still be up there, but it's a number one, the assist, the way they're sharing the basketball, and the way they're defending the three-point line. As I mentioned earlier, they're throwing all those defenders at Xavier Cooks, but they're still being able to get out and challenge three-point shooters with consistency. There we see some of the top shooters for each team. Rob Lowe leading the way for his squad. But it's been a lack of makes overall for the Saints, who really depend on that range to open up some driving lanes. We see the assist 7 for Siler Schneider. He is having a great effect on the game, 9 points and 6 rebounds from him. There's your triple-double watch, as we see the leading scorers as well. Xavier Cooks with some support from Reggie Upshaw Jr., but outside of that, not a lot of scoring for the Saints. Dane Samuel, no one else with more than 3.
We will be back with the third quarter very shortly after the break. 50-38, Tuatara in control. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium, playing game number 2 between the Saints and the Tuatara. And we're about to get this third quarter underway, 50-38. And the Wellington Saints, three-point ball is just not dropping, excuse me.
Yeah, just 2 for 11, and this is from the #1 three-point shooting team in the league this season. Top of everybody at 36% coming in, just half that right now, 18% in the first half. They have to find a way to create space out there. Chris Johnson starting the second half. I wonder if the Saints don't just try and attack him to get him to pick up foul number 4.
227 made threes. That's how many they've made over the season, just 2 tonight. An 18-game season.
Sitting here waiting because both teams are out on the court a little early, still 30 seconds on the clock, but these guys are ready to hoop. They want to get it done.
Yeah, both teams out there ready to go. The winner of this game will play the Taranaki Airs.
What a first half by the Auckland Tuatara. This 12-point lead, though, if the Saints really start getting going, it's not enough. They have to continue the effort, the enthusiasm, and the execution for 20 more minutes.
Silas Schneider with a steal to start the third quarter.
Unforced turnover there, number 11 for the Saints. Just not on the same page right now. Schneider takes advantage. He's into double figures with 11.
Ngatai. Oh, wide left, Jordan Ngatai. That is not the shot you're looking for.
You can tell he's got his teammates telling him to be aggressive when he comes off on that one, but I think they need to make that basketball do a bit more of the work. Rotate it around the perimeter, make this Tuatara team adjust defensively, and then look for the cracks in the defense. Just dribbling it up and trying to throw it up early is not the way to defeat it.
Turnover. Xavier Cooks with the steal.
Read that one like a cheap novel.
And it's a foul as the Jordan Ngatai drive. Tacked at.
Make it up to the stop here. Make it up to the stop. Go. Actually, no. Diamond.
Dane Sen Vodanovic. Ngatai feeling it. Felt the contact and is going to the Rosine.
Well, interesting on that play call. He called one onto the baseline out of bounds and switched it. And the action that comes off of it is him coming off the Xavier Cooks on ball. I like the decision. He's showing that aggressiveness right at Taki Farrington. Gets the contact, goes to the stripe. And the Saints have had some relative appearances at the Rosine. They're 6 for 9 total. The Tuatara only 1 free throw attempt in that first half, and they missed it.
Missing the foul shot from the Rosine.
Tuatara up to 52% from the field.
Yeah. Also, they've had just 1 foul shot.
Just the 1. And that was Taki Farrington very early on an N1.
They have been clinical. Schneider about the bump, lost the handle, gets it back. Good hustle. Chris Johnson out there with 3 fouls. Rob Loy with the rebound.
And wow, shooting. Jordan
Pushing
Ngatai.
it back, yeah.
On the tip, they're official Tim Brown calls it a controlled tip. Says the foul is on that action, so they will go from 1 free throw to 3 in short order as Rob Lowe heads to the Rosine.
Tough break for Jordan Ngatai in this game. To start the third quarter, Rob Lowe, just an impressive first half of basketball. Chris Johnson found himself in foul trouble in the start of the second quarter, and it's Rob Lowe at the Rosine.
Just the 2 points for Chris Johnson in the first half. He did grab 7 rebounds and 3 steals. Still affecting things in limited minutes. He's only up to 12:37, including this minute and a half here in the second half.
Xavier Cooks with the ball.
The lead is stretched to 15.
It's 15. Outrageous. Darnay Samuel, who is going to get going besides Xavier Cooks? And it's not Darnay Samuel on that possession.
Well, just clinical defensive efforts from the Tuatara, forcing the Saints in the shots they want them to take.
Berenson.
If I'm Coach Troy McLean,
Just putting his body on the line.
but if I'm Coach Troy McLean, we're 2 minutes into the second half and Xavier Cooks hasn't had a touch yet. Let's go to where our bread is buttered. Rob Lowe, great defense, puts himself in front of it. Tomljanovic trying to find a little bit of spark with some aggressiveness on the rim. It goes unrewarded because of the excellent defensive play of Lowe.
You just need, maybe if you're the Saints playmaker, if you need Cooks to be the scoring punch, if others aren't making their shots, you might have to have a little bit of Mike Smith, but he's also a shot maker. Rob Lowe with the frank. Rob Lowe just muscling through, my goodness.
He is putting it together offensively. 8 for 11 from the field. 21 points now to go with 6 boards.
Vodanovic, can this drop? It does. Tom Vodanovic in rhythm.
3 for 13 from deep now. And they need to find a little bit more space out there from 3 that will open up those driving lanes.
Punched away by Upshaw Jr. Here's Vodanovic. Oh, Rob Lowe did tremendously well, just kept his upright position as
Watch
Berenson
out.
finds Chris Johnson with the alley-oop. Chris Johnson with a highlight play.
Well, Tom Vodanovic tries to go one-on-one on one man, takes the contact, doesn't get the call, and the counterattack. Tucky Farrington was looking all the way. Chris Johnson was waiting on it. Perfectly delivered pass. Looks even prettier in slow-mo.
Great pass. Lead is 16. Vodanovic, can he make it 13? He can't.
Well, they're just not creating great shots here. The Tuatara defense is doing enough, and the Saints starting to feel the pressure and getting a little sped up.
Silas Schneider with a backdoor cut, and Chris Johnson rewards him with the pass.
Yeah, the Saints need a timeout. Down 18 points. What a start here to the second half. They have been absolutely dominant as they've outscored the Saints 10-4 to open up this lead. What a clinical display. I'm a little bit gobsmacked. This Saints team was a machine coming in, but the unselfishness of this Tuatara squad, the way they're working together on both ends of the court has just been so impressive. As individuals, maybe not as talented, as a collective in the lead.
One score. Our ball here. I want to go invert, flip. All right, invert, flip. Okay? Hey, let's get the ball through some more hands, please. Defensively, make sure we lock in. Good pressure up the floor. We continue to do this. Make sure we get the pluggers. All right? Mike, be aware of quick shows. All right? Stunt and recover. Here we go.
So this has not been a Saints team that we have seen for a very long time. They have been taken out of everything. They don't have the usual swagger that we've seen, and furrowed brows and looks of consternation in that timeout. Troy McLean just wanted him to do the simple things first.
When you've been riding high, it's a tough pill to swallow all of a sudden when things aren't going your way. But you got to go back to the grindstone and find a way to work your way out of it. 16 minutes left in this ball game, and 18 points is a large lead. But if there's an offense in this league that can make up that ground, it's this Wellington State squad. But they need to get moving now on both ends of the court, and more particularly defensively. They have to make things more difficult over there.
Xavier Cooks forcing the issue, and Silas Schneider will be called for the foul.
I mean, they're just giving him so much attention. He's coming off the on ball. He's got multiple teal jerseys in front of him. Comes off here, Farrington there, Schneider there. You see Lowe sagging into the paint. Chris Johnson there if he goes a little bit further. I mean, just so many eyeballs on him. He's not finding a lot of space. And his teammates have become extremely dependent on him sort of being the table setter. So with all that defensive attention, and they're still being able to go out and find the shooters, they're really searching for answers right now.
Certainly are. Xavier Cook good on the second. Xavier Cook's, I tell you what, it'll be interesting to see how Chris Johnson handles this as well. He's doing a really good job. You can see he's sort of hedging his bets there on that drive and that replay. But he's on 3 fouls, and it doesn't really matter because Rob Lowe has a license to shoot. He has been the answer for the Tuatara questions offensively. With Chris Johnson on the bench in foul trouble, he's out there now, and that length is just disrupting the Saints. Here's Cooks. See just the long arm of Chris Johnson there?
Oh, good contest. As it looks like Xavier Cooks might have taken a knee to the knee as well, but a better offensive possession, the ball moving through hands, seeing both sides of the court.
Chris Johnson, just an exceptional passer, and Xavier Cooks with another block.
He has taken a couple away from Taki Ferguson today. Most impressive on the break. Here we see the jump shot.
Xavier Cooks, he's got really good elevation.
It's not bad.
Also with those long arms. And Rob Lowe just got everybody up in the air.
Wow, he's showing great patience. He is just so focused right now. He's not forcing anything. Everything that comes his way, he's taking advantage. Look at the catch. He gets up shot in the air. He knows he's going to get fouled. So he does. 21 points, 8 for 12 from the field. A couple of steals as well.
Yeah, Rob Lowe. 22 for him. 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and assist. Danovich pulls down that missed foul shot. Danovich spinning, using all the bag that he has.
He's got a lot of moves, and they're deep in there. Shows excellent quickness there. Thought he was going to get Rob Lowe to bite on that fadeaway. Instead goes back in, gets the contact just enough to get the whistle. And free throws are probably the best friend of the Saints as Rob Lowe picks up foul number 3. He wants the offensive, but doesn't get that benefit of the doubt. But the free throws are great for the Saints because not only does it stop the clock, it allows them to set up a bit more of a full court pressure defense, speed this Tuatara squad up. Chris Johnson, Rob Lowe, both with 3 fouls. Nick Barrow has been excellent in the minutes, that's the extended minutes he's had to play, but the offense is going to have to find a new home. Rob Lowe's 22 points on the bench for the time being.
Sitting beside basketball legend Kirk Penny. And in case you're wondering why Kirk Penny's not playing, you've got to play at least 5 games in the Sal's NBL to qualify to play in the finals.
They put him on the roster with 5, but he was only able to get 1 on the court a week ago, and the Saints lost. Oh, sorry, when the Saints defeated the Tuatara by 18.
Another missed 3 for the Saints. They're 3 of 15. Schneider slipped away. Nice work, Mike Smith.
I just love the way the Tuatara are funneling the early break and taking away those transition opportunities with defense up the floor.
They shut that down really quickly as Vodanovich couldn't get that to drop. Yeah, Taki Ferguson and Silas Schneider just really read that really quickly and really well.
They're taking away those easy opportunities. Mike Smith with a brilliant delivery. Tom Vodanovich, who's unable to get the finish, will go back to the Razine for some more attempts there. Vodanovich is sitting on 7 points, just 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 5 from deep, but 4 for 5 from the Razine.
Got a big
we're doing them wrong. We're doing them wrong.
And that's what happens when you leave Sky. They'll find you and they'll put you on TV. It's a big week for Hugh Bain, and it's been a big few months for Hugh Bain and the Sal's NBL. And also Tauihi, which is taking a break while to get the final 6 out of the way. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi Basketbol Aotearoa. Fantastic. There's Nick Barrow. Oh, that's another bucket for Nick Barrow.
Loves the mid-range. The opposition, the Saints just don't know him as well, but that 15-footer, he is super comfortable.
Starts working half an hour. Oh, Upshaw Jr. with the cleanup.
Really nice attack there by Mike Smith. Doesn't get the call, but Reggie Upshaw Jr. stays with the play, getting the bucket. This last 4 minutes, key for the Saints. They got to get this lead down to under 10 points if they want a real chance to win the game.
Turnover. Cooks looking at options. Oh, he throws it down with the right hand. That is option number 1A.
Wow. The burst of speed he gets, it looked like he was well corralled. They had the wall set up. But that burst of speed off that last dribble, here we see the steal by Tuffin. Great read, and he's surveying his options. But right here, boom! Just blows by both defenders, finishing above the rim. Man, that's impressive.
That is a bad man.
He is.
63-51, timeout Tuatara.
Yep. Mental game right now. Hey, offensively, they cannot guard that snap 4 or swing 4. Stay with it. If they switch it, that's fine. Robbie, you have a high-low opportunity for CJ. We still haven't got that high-low because you're open every time. Keep running that. The other option is, Robbie, you can always go into a handoff with that next guard. Defensively, be ready for a 2. Be ready for a 2. Just so throw something different at them. It's on my call. Here we go. 18, let's go. 18 on 3, 18.
There have been some fabulous imports through the 41 seasons of Sal's NBL across history, but I think, Casey, we have seen 2 of the best. I mean, Chris Johnson's 37, and he has a full array of moves and passes and looks and defense. Xavier Cooks he has no right being in this league. His talent is outrageous.
You know, I'm always reluctant to call somebody the 1 or the 2, but these 2 guys are on a very short list, and the class of Xavier Cooks is just so impressive. I feel like Chris Johnson might have a response.
Absolutely no disrespect for those that have gone before them at all. But if you're watching these 2 play tonight, you are very lucky. And it feels like at the moment, Vodanovic pulls his way in, and Chris Johnson lost it. And Vodanovic gets it back and puts it in, and it's a 10-point lead.
The stick-to-itiveness of Tom Vodanovic rewarded. As both big men are out there on the court with 3 fouls, Aaron Young can tell this is a moment he needs to get it back.
Johnson for 3. Barrington with a big rebound.
Taki Barrington has been so large in moments in this game. He's got 15 points, but the timeliness of the big plays.
Schneider with the drive. And it counts.
The foul out, and I just spoke about Xavier Cook's burst of speed, but right back at you for Siler Schneider. Tom Vodanovic is worried about Chris Johnson. There you see the foul over the shoulders, and this not strong enough contact to deter the make. Siler Schneider's efficiency has been brilliant. 15 points on 7 for 12 from the field. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal. Just taking his chances as they come, and a huge 3-point play to give a bit more breathing space to the Lizards.
Upshaw Jr. with a 3.
Yeah, good rotation there. And you see how different it is when they get that ball from side to side a few times. The defense is later to recover, and you find a much more high-quality shot.
Oh, the up fake. Oh, he lost
he hit
the
rebound. He didn't. I think he hit the backboard when he was going up for the dunk because he was so far on the baseline. He was going to just rip off the rim, but you see it there. His arm hits the backboard. Not a problem many mortals have.
Cooks. Good block by Bradley Euling.
Great challenge late.
Schneider.
pass.
The look. Berenson can't get it to go down. Lowe's there. He lost the handle on the way out. He clears out Cooks.
Oh, that's a big play. Where are the blue jerseys? You have to have everyone grabbing those defensive rebounds. Rob Lowe and Taki Ferenson do just enough to get the bucket.
Michael Smith. Tuffin tried to come through to the seam of the zone. Vidanovic. Cooks puts the ball on the floor. Floater, no good. Vidanovic again on the glass. Gets the ball up in the air, gets a block. Berenson has it.
Oh, just one too many fakes for Vidanovic. Oh, the foul must have been down low as Reggie Upshaw had the extension up high. And look at, no foul there. Taki Ferenson plays through it. There we see the slap by Michael Smith. That's the contact, that's where the foul is. Taki Ferenson in transition. The pressure he's been able to keep putting on this Saints defense, helping to keep this 12-point lead in the Tuatara favor.
Really good night for Taki Ferenson, the young tall black. 16 points for him, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And on 7 of 20 shooting.
7 for 20 total, but 1 for 10 from 3. Outside of that, he's 6 for 10 on the 2s, and he's got to keep shooting those 3s. They're good looks. His coach would certainly want him to. As Silas Schneider gets a blow for the last minute 22 of this. And
there's everything you like about his release and his form. It's just the accuracy. 1 for 10 isn't ideal, but you've got to keep putting him up.
He's a good shooter, and he's been a solid performer from the arc all season long. And when you've got those open looks, you gotta take them. There's nothing wrong with that. Taki Ferenson on the year. 26 for 87 from 3 coming into this one.
Darnay Samuel trying to go across the lane. Lost the handle, and it will be Tuatara ball.
Yeah, kick called on Darnay Samuel.
The lead is creeping back up. It's 14 now with the Tuatara in possession. Coming up on a minute to go in the 3rd case.
Yeah, just when it looked like they were about to sneak back into the door, give themselves a little bit of a chance, the Tuatara gained control.
Cooks.
His 10th rebound of the game.
Smith fall away. Oh, no, he went near Mike Smith. He needs to start cooking.
Excellent recognition of Chris Johnson at the key, so he goes with the pull-up, creates the space with his leaping ability.
McIntosh. Iuli. Had a block by Vidanovic.
Huge block, and now the final possession in the hands of the Saints. They may get inside that 10-point deficit, regardless of that little mini run put on by the Tuatara.
A 3 here would be big, or a 3-point play. Vidanovic goes down though. Darnay Samuel needs to shoot it. And they just couldn't get it up. He's smothered by the Tuatara defense. Frustration for the Saints on Darnay Samuel's face. And they will head into the 4th quarter. Down 12, 70-58. This man on your screen just won a year's supply of Sal's Pizza after he made it from inside the halfway, the logo. Look at him.
That looks like a lot of pizza.
There
Bang.
it is. You caught it in the bow. I don't know if you can redeem that oversized piece of cool flute.
You just walk around with that. You gotta walk that with your car every time he wants a pizza. He has to present that certificate.
Look at all his new friends. Amazing.
Now,
what a moment.
I always wonder, what is a year's supply of pizza? Because for some people, aka me, it's a lot.
And then Hugh Bainan's thinking, I have to go and dish out all the vouchers. So much admin. Now, I believe that guy was a coach of the team. Anyway, Troy McLean, what do you need to do to get back into this game?
We just need to continue to play defense, make sure that they take only one shot and get out and run. We're much better in transition.
What is it that the Tuatara have done to you defensively that has made it so difficult for you guys to score?
Look, they're playing hard in the first quarter. In the first half, they played much harder than us. And they've done a good job with the scout, right? We've been a little bit out of sorts with our spacing, so we're going to get back to it this quarter.
Thanks, Troy. Appreciate your time, man. Good answer there for the Tuatara. Cooks finds Vodanovic. It's just a little bit low, but he drives. He steps through on Farrington. Oh, Xavier Cooks!
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
and one again! Chris Johnson picks up foul number 4.
Johnson!
I mean, he didn't do a lot all wrong on this one. Look at, oh my gosh! Xavier Cooks, just a bit of a tough pill to swallow for Chris Johnson on your 4th personal, especially after he finally found a little bit of rhythm offensively. But Xavier Cooks is a phenom.
I mean, Chris Johnson has done that to so many players in his career as well.
Man, oh man, Xavier Cooks.
He's not frustrated by the post, he's frustrated by the 4th foul.
Yeah, the play's the play.
He knows the game. Xavier Cooks can't get that to go down, and Rob Lowe has the rebound.
First miss from the regime tonight.
Leads only 9. And Chris Johnson's on the bench, but Rob Lowe can fill it up. And Jordan Nate has a big rebound over Schneider. Here comes Mike Smith. Hustling to the cup, and then Mike Smith from Michigan.
Finding the angle. I love the screen up the court to slow down the defense of Brandon Yulee. That gave him the opportunity to attack one-on-one. As we have an offensive foul on Lowe, foul number 4 on him.
Oh, and Jordan Nate and Xavier Cooks are down and in pain.
Well, that looks like a knee to the thigh. Jordan Nate, he does not look good at all. Here we see.
Oh,
that's
no,
a hip.
That is a hip. That is sore.
That is a lot of Xavier Cooks coming at full speed into the body of Jordan Nate.
And he is taking a long time to get back up. Xavier Cooks is up. He comes over to check on him. He's taking in some deep breaths. Jordan Nate.
Right in the thigh.
Jordan Mills helps him up. Tim Brown comes over to check on him. And then it's just an awkward collision.
I think he has to go to the bench because they stopped to check on him on the injury.
Yeah.
So that once somebody steps onto the court to check on a player, at that point I think you have to check out, but we'll see. He's taking a minute. He is certainly not 100% right now. As Kenneth Tuffin will check in for him.
Nice way, heads to the bench.
Rob Lowe will be staying in with his 4th personal foul.
And this is interesting because Johnson's sitting with 4, Lowe's out there with 4. Nate is going to walk it off. Back into the game.
What a push by the Saints late in this one. So much time left, and they have found a bit of wind behind the sails.
I'm sure, Junior, this is the big 3. Knocks it down! That gets Jordan Nate up on his haunches.
And the Tuatara need an answer. Rob Lowe has slowed down a bit here in the 2nd half. Who's going to be the one to carry the load?
Rob Loeb.
Here, KT, here, KT. Watch the baseline.
Oh, Tuffin with a tough D.
Schneider staying down the ground.
He is. He's sore. I'm sure Junior. Another three. Can't get that to go down.
And Schneider is limping. He's got his hip. I'm surprised the Tuatara don't try and stop it. Yeah.
Oh no, this is not good for Silas Schneider.
He is heavily limping.
It's Chris Johnson.
Let's take a look at it here.
And Tuffin diving for the ball. Oh, his shoulder looks like he got pinned.
Yeah.
He's limping off.
I think his hip just really hit the floor hard when he went down to chase it. Oh, what a turn of events for this Tuatara squad.
It is all happening in this fourth quarter.
And Aaron Young can feel it. He's reinserting Chris Johnson.
This is a gamble. Your two bigs out there with 4 fouls. Both pros, both know how to manage their physicality, but anything can happen. You can get caught in no man's land, get exposed.
As did Chris Johnson when he picked up his 4th personal. He was just going up for a rebound, but Xavier Cooks forced the action with his aggressiveness. And Rob Lowe's 4th personal foul was out of sorts, offensive call. So anything can happen, but with 7:40 left, I think you do have to have your 2 best players in the game. The Saints have that look about them right now with 7:36 to play.
The biggest lead was 18. It was 60-42 for the Tuatara. Chris Johnson has a word to the bench of the Saints as well.
All class. Tom Vodanovic, solid defense, but no effect with that length and extension.
Here's Mike Smith. Gets it back. He's going to go at Chris Johnson. Knocks that down, Mike Smith.
Great recognition by Tom Vodanovic, throwing it right back to Smith. He's got a big smile on his face. Chris Johnson, an excellent defender, but that is a lightning-quick point guard with the ball in hand.
He's got 8 points. Johnson for 3. Cooks with the rebounds.
Pulls down board, number 12. Make that 13.
Smith and 1! Oh, Mike Smith's game is now!
Well, he just reached double figures. That's his 5th make of the ball game on 10 shots, but he is made for the moment. The in, the out, using his quickness with Silas Schneider on the bench. There is not a perimeter defender that can keep in front of him. And on that note, Silas Schneider checks back into the ball game. A little bit of a limp, but he is needed to slow down the activity of Mike Smith, who has found his form late.
This game is as advertised. They were down 18. Now they're down 1.
What a performance by the Saints squad in the second half. The Tuatara have plenty of time left, but will need to find that level of defensive activity.
They go to Johnson. Vodanovic forces them, crossover, spin, fall away. Can't get it to go down, and there's a
Technical
whistle.
foul on Tom Vodanovic.
Is that for a flop?
For a flop. Was there a flop warning earlier in the game that we missed?
That's a great question. I didn't see one, but there was a clear flop here.
Oh, there's contact
Oh,
there.
there is. Yeah, he dropped his shoulder into his chest.
That drives me insane as a player. There's an elbow in your chest. He felt the contact. Maybe it's not a charge, but there's definitely contact there. To call a technical foul on a flop in a 1-point game with 6.5 left, I personally would like to see a different call, but hey, 3rd personal foul for Tom Vodanovic.
And so he makes the foul shot.
It's just even from the angle that he makes that call from, tough to see if there's contact. Regardless, that play is away. And now we've got a 2-point ball game.
Cooks drives, puts it over the top of Chris Johnson. My goodness, that is such a tough shot. He makes it look so easy.
The way he extends with the ball in hand is just so impressive. 24 points for him now.
They want an over and back. He might have had a case. Farrington hasn't been stroking it from deep, and Schneider gets the rebound.
Right place, right time.
Johnson, that's nothing but net. Straight on 3.
What a response from Chris Johnson. Siler Schneider, huge offensive rebound. He's got 8 rebounds total.
Xavier Cooks going at it. Another bucket at the rim over Johnson. He's shaking his head. He's saying he can't stop him.
Right at Johnson. He knows he's got 4 fouls. He can't do anything to really contest, and he's taking advantage.
Oh, what a drive by Iuli. Can't get it to go down. Saints get a stop. Now they need a bucket. Bogdanovic in the middle. Gives it to Smith. That's a 3 that misses. Rob Lowe with a big rebound, and that's Bodanovic's 4th.
Tom Bogdanovic with the aggressiveness. That's paid dividends here in the second half, but picking up his 4th personal foul will severely hamper the way he's able to defend, and he has been responsible for Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe all night long.
What does Troy McLean do now? Does he pull the trigger and put Dane Samuel in for Bogdanovic, or does he ride it out like Aaron Young with his 2 bigs and Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe, rather? Yeah, he's going to ride it out.
Dane Samuel just hasn't had a huge impact on the game. He's sticking with these 5 who've got him back into it.
Aronson need to give it up. Gives it back to Schneider. 6 to shoot. Schneider for 3. Back of the iron. Big rebound, Braden Iuli.
Mike Smith went to the ball instead of boxing out, and Braden Iuli with the instincts to grab it.
Johnson over the top of Mike Smith. Bogdanovic and Offshore Jr. finally pulled down the rebound. Saints can take the lead. 4:28 to go. Cooks spinning, lost the handle, he's fouled. Tuatara's 14th foul.
Oh, Taki Ferentsen felt that one was clean. Oh, what a battle between these squads. We've got a warning to the benches.
To stay back over the hoardings.
Oh, that's what's important.
Mike Smith. Jordan Natai. Reggie Upshaw Jr. and Rob Lowe's fouled out.
Oh my goodness. And that's going to be free throws for Tom Bogdanovic there in the bonus. Rob Lowe, what a game he put together. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 17 of those points in the first half, an assist, 2 steals, and now 5 fouls with 4:15 to go. Nick Barrow checks in for him. I think he might be a little bit late for the shift.
Yeah, Nick Barrow starts his shift at his local police station at 10 p.m. But Tom Bogdanovic, 63% on the season.
Oh,
6 of 8 from the line tonight.
The friendly role for Tom Bogdanovic, well familiar with the stadium, having played in it for the Huskies a year ago.
Tuatara were up 18. Now they're down 1. 4:15 to go. The Saints are marching this one back.
Well, they've got to find a way to start eking out some offense in the half court. It has been a difficult slog here in the second half, as they've only been able to put together 28 points total.
Schneider, he's fouled by Bogdanovic, and that is foul number 5. The reach-in.
He is adamant it was all ball. Dane Samuel back in the game. Here's Schneider. And there's a lot of arm after he got a bit of ball. An excellent effort from Tom Bogdanovic. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 for 10 from the field. But a heck of an impact with his aggressiveness and defensively before fouling out there.
Ferentsen in the corner. Oh, that's a big 3 from Taki Ferentsen.
Taki Ferentsen was ice cold from deep. He was just 1 for 12 before that shot, and he hits maybe the biggest of the game.
And we got a shot clock problem.
Hasn't quite started yet.
Hasn't started. Maybe we'll bring it down to 19.
And we see it, Taki Ferentsen gets an extra step. Solid challenge from Reggie Upshaw Jr., but nothing but nylon on that one.
And we do put it to 19. Will be Saints ball on the side.
What a huge response for the Tuatara.
Dane for three. Can't get it. Schneider with a big rebound.
Oh, great look. Nothing wrong with that, but the pressure back on the Saints.
Tucky Farrington just taking it to Xavier Cooks and one.
Look at Tucky Farrington growing up before our very eyes off the back of a solid tall black campaign in the Asia Cup.
This is just a man's move.
So strong, so strong. It's multiple swipes at the ball for Xavier Cooks.
Watch the zone.
Tucky Farrington, 22 points now. 7 boards, 4 assists. And the last 5, maybe 6 on this one from the Razine.
Can't get it. Tuatara leads 4. Smith's pushing it. The Tuatara back. Xavier Cooks with the ball. There's a double team looking at him. Dane Samuel with a quick move, too strong. Dane!
Oh, just slips out of the hand. He had nothing but space. Couldn't secure it.
The Tuatara survive. Turnover. 3 minutes to go. Nato's tied up. He'll shoot 2.
It would be a foul there.
Dane Samuel at midcourt just ruined that missed opportunity.
Well, he's
Xavier Cooks
chance.
is just saying, don't worry about it, man. And Jordan Nate all tied up by Tucky Farrington there. And that is foul number 3 on him. It might be Braden Iuli who's called for the foul. They put up 2 fouls. Kenneth Tuffin will check into the game. Jordan Nate. Good on the second, and Tuffin comes in for Dane Samuel. Back underway, under 3 to go. 83-81 when Tuatara had the lead and the ball. Silas Schneider, Chris Johnson, he's going to take over. And he throws it down, gets one back.
A little bit of your own medicine right back at you, but Mike Smith in response.
Nate for 3, knocks down a big corner ball.
What a delivery by Mike Smith, a bigger shot from Jordan Nate. Hadn't had a lot of looks from deep, that's his first make of the night.
Johnson to Farrington. Good D by Mike Smith. Johnson wants it back. He buys the fake, does up short. Junior, and one again! Chris Johnson, 37, playing like he is.
3rd personal foul on Xavier Cooks. What a finish from Chris Johnson. Look at the strength. Look how he goes after the up fake, getting Upshaw Jr. in the air, and the finish after the contact. A brilliant bit of touch shown. He is stepping up in the absence of Lowe. He is up to 16 points now to go along with 11 rebounds.
Just an absolute vet. Taking the game by the scruff of the neck for the Tuatara. This young team who played so well without Chris Johnson through the middle of the season. And now he's repaying their efforts with a big closeout performance, and Xavier Cooks will go to the line to shoot 2. This is Nick Barrow playing as hard as he can. He is a vet himself.
He has been around for a long time, and someone has got to continue to step up as the drives have been relentless. They just keep on coming, angle after angle.
I really appreciate Tucky Farrington walking across the lane there just before that Xavier Cooks gets the ball, because arguably the tougher rebound box out might be Reggie Upshaw Jr., but nevertheless, just a little bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah, you have confidence in Chris Johnson and his ability to get that one done on that side.
And he misses both, and he grabs that rebound as Chris Johnson.
4 for 7, he was 4 for 5 before that trip. Not the time you want those misses.
Going back to Chris Johnson. Tucky Farrington with the drive. And it's a foul. Got him on the hip check, according to the referee. And Reggie Upshaw Jr. will be called for that foul.
And Reggie Upshaw Jr. will pick up his third personal. As we see the drive here.
To see the bump here.
Yeah, okay. A little bit of contact. Always looks like a bit more in the slow-mo. A 4-point game with 2 minutes slow. Might let that one go.
Taki Farrington is stepping up as well, 24 for him. Had a big three just before. Got the N1 on Xavier Cooks. Now he's 2 for 2 from the line. The Saints now down 6. They had the lead. They were down 18. Cooks gives it to Mike Smith. Nartai. Tuffin. Tipped around. Cooks has it. Shoot it, Mike Smith. He does. Knocks down a 3.
Wow. What a find. The extra effort on the offensive glass and then the delivery by Xavier Cooks. Mike Smith nails it.
Big position here for both teams. Schneider turns the corner. Blocked by Reggie Upshaw Jr. They get the stop. Here come the Saints. Cooks. Gives it up to Smith. Hits him with a head fake. Upshaw Jr. Big 3. Nick Barrow with a rebound.
1 minute left. It's all about execution. You have to create a great shot here. Look for Chris Johnson in the post. Who's going to be able to get it to him, though?
Under a minute to go. 7 to shoot. Barrington. Good D from Mike Smith. Barrington for 3. Nartai with the rebound. Xavier Cooks with the ball. Oh, no. Oh, that was almost horrible.
Just 12 seconds on the clock.
It's winding down. Mike Smith wants it. Mike Smith, can he get it? He can't. Siler Schneider with a rebound. Got to foul him. Chris Johnson has it. Nick Barrow. Siler Schneider.
They can't get to him.
They finally do.
Unbelievable. Mike Smith.
Saints want a timeout.
With the cleanest look they could get after the mishandle of the ball. And then the Tuatara with the heads-up play, passing it around, avoiding the foul. He had the mismatch, steps back, time was running down on the shot clock.
Shout out to Nick Barrow's defense as well. Just did enough on the challenge to get him to go to his right.
But all about the free throws here for Siler Schneider.
He's not a great foul shooter. He's only 59% this season.
None with more pressure than this.
Just got that hitch at the top.
Well, if he is to miss this one, Chris Johnson should be active on the glass. The Saints have next to no time to create a great look.
Oh, he almost didn't get the roll, and he gets the shooter's touch, Siler Schneider. It's okay, it went in, says Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe all smiles. Siler Schneider, 2 for 3 from the regime. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Another all-around performance for the import.
8.1 seconds to go in the Saints season. Can they force overtime? What do they have to do here, Casey? With down 4, got the ball, 91-87.
Got to create a fast look, an immediate look off this inbounds pass. A 3 is good. If you have to make a quick 2, you can do it. And then it's all about fouling. A 3 is, of course, the best path. That'll cut it to 1. You've got Mike Smith out there to shoot it. Reggie Upshaw Jr. would be your premium choices from 3 the way they've been performing from deep today. I wouldn't rule out Jordan Nartai or Kenneth Tuffin. Of course, Xavier Cooks has been solid from 3, but hasn't been able to stroke one from deep tonight. The Saints just 8 for 26 total from deep.
Rob Lowe fouled out. Then Tom Vodanovic fouled out for the Saints. The Tuatara were up 18. They were cruising.
What a game.
And the Saints fought back. They took the lead momentarily. And now they have the ball. They advance the ball with the timeout. 8.1 seconds to go. What has Troy McLean drawn up here? They got to get a quick basket. Will it be a 2 or a 3? Offshore Junior triggers the play. They're running around. They find Tuffin with the lob. He can't corral it quickly. Xavier Cooks bobbles it. Time's running down. Auli has it. He's fouled. And he will shoot foul shots at the Razine.
Well, a brilliant play. They had that quick shot. Almost no time would have gone off the clock. Had that been an accurate pass, instead it's just a little bit off target, making the finish too difficult. And now a 4-point lead. And the Tuatara are gonna move on to the semifinals. I believe they were playing $4 to win this ball game coming into it.
Amazing. They'll play the Taranaki Airs, the Nuggets and the Giants in the other semi-final. And that'll do us. What a half of basketball. What a performance from the Tuatara. They weren't the favorites, but this is their venue. This is their floor. And the Saints season, their improbable season after a terrible start to it, they came back strong and they earned the right to come to this game. But they fall just short. They were down 18, and the Tuatara did everything to hang on. Rob Lowe was sensational through 3.5 quarters. And Coach Aaron Young survives this one. They win by 5, 92-87 at Eventfinda Stadium. What a game of basketball. Rob Lowe, a former Saint himself. He's won a title or two with this team, but he's leading the Tuatara on to the semi-finals against the Taranaki Airs, the #1 team on the table. And they're feeling good, they look good. Silas Schneider. What a performance from him. And the two bigs, Chris Johnson took over when Rob Lowe sat when he fouled out. And this Saints team just falls short. Tuatara hung on through the regular season when Chris Johnson went back to the US, playing the big three. And Vodanovic and the Saints all head home, ruining their missed opportunities. I'm just waiting to talk to a player with Casey as the Tuatara huddle at half court. They win this game after a tremendous fight back by the Saints. Chris Johnson, every single ounce of his veteran leadership with 4 fouls, sat for a stretch, came out and just took the game over with Tucky Farronson as well. Silas Schneider being physical. Here comes Tucky Farronson. He's barking at Casey, and he's with him right now.
Well, Taki, that was a heck of a performance. You guys took some heavyweight punches in the second half, but were able to respond. What was the mindset of your squad going down the stretch?
Just staying aggressive. I think that was our game plan from the very get-go, and it was working for us. And the moments where we started to shy away from the moment and from going at them were when they started to come back. So we just try to stay aggressive, and yeah.
In your own game, how about the response? You were 1 for 12 from deep when you hit that 3 out of the corner. After that, you got the end one. Those 5 quick points are essentially what gave you guys the victory in the end. How does it feel to have that kind of impact in a finals basketball?
That's great. My teammates were on my head ever since last weekend's game. They've been in my ear the whole week saying, be aggressive, be aggressive. Even today I came out, missed a lot of shots, but they still kept telling me they believed in me, and that means everything, you know.
Down the stretch, I mean, the back and forth battle, what was it like to be out there on the court? Was it just caught up in the moment, or was anything going through your head?
Man, you know how that goes. You've been in games like that.
But I'm asking you, bro. I want to know what you think.
Yeah, that's the best. That's what we do. That's what we do it for. You know, those are the moments that you want all the time, and you grow up thinking, yeah, I want to be in these. I used to watch Lindsay Tate kill these little Final Fours, wanted to be just like that. So, you know, trying to just rise to the moment, play the game. It's fun.
Well, you got a couple kids watching you and they're thinking the same thing. Great game, great performance. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, cheers.
Love the Lindsay Tate reference as well. Shout out to Lindsay Tate. Just getting it done in this league for so long. Taki Farrington, what a bright future he has in front of him. 24 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. It wasn't working all the time from deep, just 2 of 14, but he got it done around the rim. And when he nailed a big 3 in the second half, and he took it right at Xavier Cooks. He was tremendous. And he will stretch it out and get ready for the Taranaki Airs. And Xavier Cooks, his campaign is over, but he is with Casey right now.
Well, a difficult pill to swallow, but the Saints battled back so valiantly in that second half. What was it that you guys were able to find that gave you a sniff of the lead there in the fourth quarter?
Just figuring out like our game style. We went away from what we do normally. We're playing way too much one-on-one, all that kind of stuff, and we figured it out. I'm proud of the boys for fighting, I really am, but that's how sports goes sometimes. If you don't bring it every night, you can get your ass gave it to you, so it happened tonight.
And then when you're looking at the Tuatara, what was it that they were able to find on the offensive side of things that would enable them to score 92 points? A week ago, they held down to 80, but today a bit more successful.
I mean, Rob Lowe is killing us on the pick and pop at first, just picking us apart. And then late, Chris Johnson was just hitting some tough shots. I mean, he's a hell of a player, so it's tip your cap to that kind of stuff. But we got to just, it's too late now, but we should have played harder, man. It's easier to say in hindsight, but goddamn.
Well, a difficult pill to swallow. Appreciate your efforts. Thanks for coming out and having a word.
Also, thank you to the league, man, for having me. It's been a great time. I've loved my time here, and thank you guys.
The pleasure was all ours, bro.
Appreciate it, mate.
You don't have to thank us. Xavier Cooks, the class of the man. He had his boots off, he was done for the night, and he came out and gave us an interview. That is class from him. And man, this is probably the last time we'll see him in the league, and he is insane to watch. So good. All the highlights. Xavier Cooks, the class of the athlete, the class of the man. And just tremendous highlight after tremendous highlight. Outrageous. We appreciate you, Xavier Cooks. Thank you so much. Silas Schneider is now with Casey.
Siler, a huge performance from you tonight, timely down the stretch. But just what was it like being out there in the midst of a heavyweight fight? They kept swinging at you, but you guys kept having responses.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a good start to the game, came out aggressive, and Coach Aaron just had a game plan, and we locked into it, and it worked for us tonight.
Share with me a little bit about that game plan. What you guys have focused on, and obviously you did a great job, but what was it in that first half especially that got you guys going?
Getting out to their shooters, making them put the ball on the floor, and just making Xavier Cooks see bodies. He's a heck of a player, and just try to key in on him.
How about the performance down the stretch? Rob Lowe in foul trouble with 4. Chris Johnson in foul trouble with 4. Yourself, Taki Farrington, were able to step up and find enough offense behind those guys. What was the mindset for yourself going in? You played with great efficiency, didn't have a ton of looks, but you were able to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, just kind of taking what the defense gives me. Like you said, a bunch of guys stepped up. Taki had a great game. Chris, Rob, everybody just kind of stepped up. So when we get our whole group kind of playing like that, we're going to be tough to beat.
Now you get a bit of a break, but it's on to the future. The next round, you've got the Taranaki Airs, the league winners in the regular season. What do you guys have to do in that game to be able to put yourself in position to win?
They got some great import players, kind of key in on them, try to keep them under 80. It's going to be tough, but we're ready. Keep this momentum going.
Well, that's not bad for an on-the-spot scout. I appreciate your time and great game tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
3 assists short of a triple-double. Silas Schneider stepping up, feeding the ball, getting it done, pull-ups, making sure that this scoreboard just kept ticking over and seizing his moments when they need it. He's just grown into this role for the Tuatara. Gorgeous backdoor cut rewarded with a pinpoint pass. And then him on the drive, getting the bump and the continuation. Silas Schneider, they carry a lot of confidence going into this semi-final against the Taranaki Airs.
And I've just had confirmation from Dante Russo-Nance's father, Sean, that he will be here just in time tomorrow.
And we have not seen a team like the Tuatara play like this for a very long time because they've missed Dante and they missed Chris Johnson through the regular season. But that is fantastic to hear. But Dante Russo-Nance will be back for this team.
And look at the stats there. It wasn't about the stats, though. It was about the heart, the valiant efforts of the Tuatara to come out, take their best punch, have that big lead, and to give up an 18-point lead, have that deficit going down the stretch, and still dig deep to find the win. What a team performance. They did it as a collective. Sure, there were some stars. Farrington with 24, Rob Lowe with 24, 17 for Schneider and Johnson, but as a collective, man, they were impressive tonight.
And at 10:01 p.m., Hugh Bainan, General Manager of the South NBL, messaged our WhatsApp group, Casey, and said that Nick Barrow is officially late for work.
I asked him about it. I asked if he had a shift, and he said, yeah, I'm supposed to be starting now. I said, I hope you get a shower.
And so those are your games to come. The Tuatara will face the Airs tomorrow night. They'll do it again. And the Giants and the Nuggets on Friday night. And the winners of those games, well, they'll meet in the grand final on Saturday night. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. with a half-hour build-up. What a luxury to have that. And that'll be live on Sky Sport and Prime as well. And then just one last shot of the General Manager, Hugh Bainan, for good measure. We're done. Enjoy it. We'll be back tomorrow night.
Never settle for the moon. Spread my wings, all I needed was the room. Keep them guessing, see us quick when they assume. I play to win, I play to win. Let me in, I'm cutting through like an incision. All I'm seeing is my goals, is like I'm having tunnel vision. Moving mountains if I made it my decision. Cover ground if my obstacles are distant. Winning is the mission, and I choose to accept, never lose.